This is Barbara Bridges, and I thought it would be fun if we shared our living spaces with each other and talked about what we have in them. So here are my friends here in the apartment at this time, the dolls from Barra de Potosi, Chelly's Dolls. They keep me company on my couch. These are window coverings that I made out of a quilt, and you just pull them down when it gets cold in the winter. I bought this duplex for $50,000, and you cannot put hot air in because there isn't enough room, and steamed heat costs about $30,000, so I use these Franklin gas fireplaces for my heat source. And it's worked out really well, and if you're going to pay for fire, why not see it, right? Here's a necklace that I made from fishtails that I found on the bridges in Key West. And I made it fancy, of course, with the rhinestones. And then here's its little house it lives in when I'm not wearing it. Here's a little sculpture that I created that we all need to enjoy life whenever we can. Carpe diem is my mantra now, right along with Leo's. Here's a beautiful piece made by my very last license plate in Maine by Anne Kleinhentz, who's an artist for Art to Change the World. I have a series called Talking Chairs, and you sit in them and take on different personas. So my friend Gail Gannon gave me this old chair, and I created this Asian themed chair with it. One of Frank Stone's lamps. I just love this. He's a metal artist. He's the husband of ACW board member Carol Lynn Olson. So this will shock everybody. I'm a big movie fan. This is Aquila in the Bee. So I have a great big giant television screen. Below it is a cabinet. I make furniture to fit into unusual spaces. It's a triangle cabinet. And so I'm using, obviously, discarded objects. I always try to put a little piece of art or something, surprises in the piece. A little painting of my beach in Maine, which I now no longer own, with my son's Fort Morgan. I'm still down there. I saw it there last summer, so that pleased me. Dining room. So here's the throne where I sit and do all my computer work. Gertrude Stein looks over me. You can see in the background there. Here's my little Surface 3. This is a weaving. I used to do weavings when I lived in St. Croix in my late 20s. Dyed the yarn, etc. I'm really happy I have this little painting up above. It's of my sign that I had at my house, and it no longer exists. This is the art is my weapon piece that I created for Nikki McCoon's project. It's called Can't Wash It Away, and it's about death by gun. So on the left we have 22,000 deaths by suicide and 14,000 deaths by homicide. I was kind of shocked at that, actually. It was a very soulful and difficult piece. Here's all my little objects. I couldn't bear to put all my memories away in storage, and so every square inch in this place has something. There's my daughter's little, that was my little dress, and then my daughter wore it, and my grandmother crocheted that little dress. So a piece on a road trip I made to the Deep South. I really enjoyed that. It was my first project when I became a member of WARM. So here we are back here again to the couch with all my little dolls. This interesting table came from St. Croix. It's a piece of mahogany, and the guy that controlled the mahogany, you had to go up there and let him tell you a dirty limerick before he lets you buy the mahogany. So I have weird memories from that. So thank you very much for going on this tour with me, and I look forward to seeing where you live.